What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Solos Podcast. I'm here with...
Goofballer789, what's up, guys?
And...
Roll, aka Balefire.
What is...
I actually went out a little too perfectly. It almost looked...
Good one. Anyways, yes, as you can see, our professionalism is not really there, but hey, it's our second episode, so give us a break, right? Okay, so what are we talking about today, gentlemen?
We're talking about
Switch. Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch. This is huge. This is huge news. This is Nintendo, okay? It seems like whenever...
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. What were you saying? My bad.
No, go continue.
Okay, well, it seems like, yes, I am the one hosting this one, so if the quality's terrible, everything is terrible, send your comments to GabrielTheFruitcake@gmail.com. Anyway, so... Okay, so... Nintendo announced this thing, it was about a week and a half ago, I forget the exact date. They announced this they showed this trailer showing, it was very little information, it was just showing people playing all the things the Switch can do, right? And so, anytime Nintendo announces anything, they could be like, hey guys, we invented a Nintendo toilet. Fanboys foam at the mouth, right? And then I'm not saying that all Nintendo people are fanboys, I'm not saying that, hear me out, but from the trailer, were you guys impressed with how visually it looked? I mean, that could just be simulated movie video, you know what I mean? It's not actual gameplay. But what'd you guys think? What was there anything that stood out in the trailer that you were like, whoa, this is crazy?
Oh yeah, definitely. The fact that it can disarm from its actual place, station place, and you can take it onto, like, for an example, on the airplane, like it showed in the trailer. That is crazy. Not only is Skyrim, okay, for an example, Skyrim Remastered is going to be released on the Nintendo Switch. Imagine being able to play Skyrim. I love Skyrim, one of my favorite games. Imagine being able to play that on the airplane. That's crazy. And not only that, you can take it home, put it back on the system, and continue playing on the TV.
Right.
I don't know. That's revolution.
And well, as far as Raymond's question was concerned, which you did not answer, visuals.
Yeah, that was visually looking great. You little weird.
Visually, okay, Raymond.
Gabe,
Visually, I'd say it has a lot of potential. I think I was impressed. I think it's gonna turn out great.
Mm-hmm.
And even if the startup, it's not like perfect. What exactly?
Yeah.
But when is anything ever perfect?
No, launch. Honestly, I mean, PlayStation 4 has sold considerable amount. It's not the best selling system of all time, but it still goes to, I believe, the PlayStation 2, or was it the Nintendo DS? I'm not sure. I always get those confused. But PlayStation 4's launch was terrible. I'm sorry. There was like one decent game amidst a bunch of mediocre games. And so what I'm hearing is the Switch will have Legend of Zelda, the new Legend of Zelda game at release, which is, and I know you guys saw how that looked. That I was impressed. I'm like, okay.
Did you mean visually by graphics?
Well, I mean, just like graphically, or the visuals of the system. Even it's whichever, because there's a lot in the trailer, but there isn't a lot in the trailer either. And what I mean by that is this isn't really. It shows all the things the system could do per se, but other people were thinking like, oh, what about specs? What about price? What about the games at launch?
But
no one's gonna know that. No, I got that. No, I got that. No, don't get me wrong. I understand that as well. That's definitely an unknown. So, game-wise, we know that Nintendo will have first-party support. I mean, you got your Mario, you got your Legend of Zelda, Star Fox, Donkey Kong, all these known franchises and stuff like that. But do you think, in honest opinion, do you think these franchises can continue to sell systems?
Well, like comparing to the Wii U, would you say? Like
in general, yeah. Because I'll counterpoint that by what I think. Me personally, yes, I do like Zelda, and honestly, Mario's getting a little lazy. I feel Nintendo is really, this is one thing, not really negative per se, but it's one of the things that draws me away from Nintendo more times than not is because I had a Wii U. And Gabe, I had a Wii U.
Yeah.
I feel like this should have been the Wii U. You know what I mean? Right at the forefront. I think the Wii U was really just kind of bleh. It had potential, yes, but they didn't really, they didn't really do anything with it. You know what I mean? I think this could have the potential too, but at the same time, this goes to something that I worry about with Nintendo systems, and I might be going off topic. I'm sorry.
No, this has everything.
The system looks great, everything like that, but we know it's going to have Mario Kart. We know it's going to have Smash Brothers. We know it's going to have all these things that people like. But what about other games? What about something new? Something that could, something innovative.
Well, they have that's but I never know how to say the company's name. How do you say that?
Bethesda.
Yeah, which they never had before, I think is pretty cool. You act like you mean there's gonna. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. They're gonna bring the usual games like they do to every console.
Yeah.
But will they have other stuff like unique stuff? I really have no idea honestly. They didn't really explain that much, but from the looks of it, it looks like they will. But, Nintendo always gets lazy when they launch stuff like this, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for them to do that because now.
But they had a perfect opportunity with the Wii U, but they screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, but hopefully they learn from their mistakes. That's a part of life. You make a
Right.
mistake, which is a good thing, and then you learn from it later and create beautiful things. And I think this has so much potential.
Right.
I really hope they do take advantage and start creating new things because obviously the old stuff though, it's like who the heck is gonna get tired of Mario? I don't know about you guys, but I can't get tired of Mario.
Yeah, I think that's just the.
Seriously, or Smash.
Or
Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers. Oh my god,
that
that
game
was
is
my
great.
life. That was
Well-
my life. It still is. I still play.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a culprit of hypocrisy. I'm a hypocrite. I love Legend of Zelda. I'll play almost any of them, but Mario and I can't say the same with Mario in a sense, and even Super Smash Brothers. I feel like I played the last one, and here's a disclaimer: I suck at that game. Okay, I am terrible at that game, but I've loved every one of them, every iteration. Well, Brawl was pretty terrible, but Melee and the first one were good. And
Brawl's not terrible. Come on, give me a break.
I have no comment.
It's fine. Okay, so we know the games will be there, but what I worry about for this new system, and maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit here, I worry about third-party support. Yes, we know everyone loves to hate Ubisoft, EA Games, Activision. They hate these companies, right? But these companies sell games. I mean, they'll turn out a new Call of Duty, and people run to it to the masses. You know what I mean? And granted, the Switch would be great. Play Call of Duty on a plane. And so I think of dogs barking outside. Sorry about that, guys.
No.
Anyways,
I have a question though.
go for it.
So what was the previous specs? I didn't do my research on this. What was the previous specs for the Wii U?
The Wii U, they lied about the specs actually. When it first came out, they said it was going to have a quad-core processor, this, and that.
It was powered by NVIDIA, or
No, that's the thing too, and I was going to get into that. Here's what's interesting. This actually, because when I said I want to do a topic about the Nintendo Switch this next episode, I was going in it with more negative than positive, I guess you could say, and I'll get to the negative part of why I had that thought. But I was doing more research. NVIDIA is powering this thing, okay? Granted, NVIDIA has said in the past, they said they want nothing to do with consoles. They said their market share, their main focus is GPUs on PC. Simple as that, okay? But now this is powered by an NVIDIA processor and GPU, okay?
sell out? Question mark.
Maybe, I don't know. But here's the thing. So you see that it's like a tablet, the little controller, which a lot of people don't know if it's touchscreen or not. Some people said in the trailer you can see like a touchpad, or not a touchpad, I'm sorry, the little stylus in the back. It's, people that do
That's
these...
nothing new though.
No, I know. But I mean, NVIDIA has made the NVIDIA Shield. And NVIDIA Shield is like a pretty powerful tablet that can play Steam games and stuff.
That's what my cousin, John Carlos, one of my cousins, he was telling me about it. He's like, this is basically the Shield, because the Shield is honestly a really cool tablet. It's really super strong for a tablet. So he told me that it's basically this. It's the same thing.
Right. And so the Shield has sold well, and has gotten good, mostly good press reviews and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, can this one little thing alone be a system seller? Because real quick, because as we know, the Xbox One and the PS4 are all on AMD APUs. AMD has been using. Sony and Microsoft have used AMD for their consoles for a while now, and now this is like, I want to say it's the first NVIDIA one. I could be wrong, but you know what I mean. So what do you guys think? Do you think this could be a system seller, or maybe it won't affect it that much?
I mean, was the Wii U a system seller?
No, the Wii U didn't do that good. I think the Wii U.
One thing I have to say from personal experience, when the Wii U was first released, I had no idea. Like, their advertising for that system was garbage.
It was. A lot of people.
And thing too is that, all right, personally, I don't have cable. Okay, so they need to figure out a way to get people like me, honestly, obviously, and other people, you know, who don't have internet either. Like, you know, things out there that would advertise them, which they didn't do for the Wii U. I had no idea. They were like, I found out the Wii U was released through my cousin. So, and here I didn't even know that the Nintendo Switch was released. That could be from me personally. I don't know. I didn't see anything on it until you told me. You mentioned it, or my cousin sent me a text too. So they need to fix that.
Yes.
If they fix that, I think it could be possibly a system seller.
Right.
Because this is great.
Definitely, they need to step up their advertising.
Oh, I agree. I agree. You know, I've been gaming for a bit. I'm a little older than the two gentlemen in the call, and I'm not saying I know more. I'm not saying that. Here's one thing I remember: the Dreamcast, which was a great system, I thought so, failed because of lack of advertising. And so when people said the Wii U, a lot of people just thought it was an extension to the Wii. And I used to think there's no way. There's no way people would think that, right? And I've worked at a game store, okay, and I'm not gonna mention the name because the place sucks, but whatever. You probably know what it is now.
Yeah, no, I know.
I worked at there, and people were like, "Oh, can I play this on Wii?" And I'm like, "No, it's a Wii U game. Like, what's that?" And I'm like, "It's the new Wii system. It's been out for like a year now." They're like, "Really? I didn't know that." And I'm like, "Really?" Like, a lot of people see the Wii U and they think it's just like, oh, it's just like the gamepad for the Wii. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they don't think it's a new system. And so I'm hoping Nintendo does a better job with advertising. I think right now, this is a whole new thing. It's a Nintendo Switch. It's a whole, totally different thing. It's not like a 3, you know what I mean? And a lot of people are like, oh, it's similar to the 3DS, all this stuff. No, it's not really similar at all, really.
It's like a mix. It's a big mix.
I think it's a mix. I think it's an amalgamation of, I butchered that word, of the 3DS and the Wii U to make this, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to get too off topic. So we know some games that they showed in the trailer. They showed a new Mario game. They showed a new Mario Kart, Skyrim, which would be great. I really think Skyrim would be great on this system, and the new Zelda.
Seriously, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But now some things we don't know. We don't know about the price, and some people have been speculating that there's no direct. Nintendo has been really, kind of waiting a little bit, which I don't know if it's a good idea because this thing does come out in 5 months, which is it's not that far off. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's really soon, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Nintendo does these things called Nintendo Directs, which I think it's every Saturday. Don't quote me on that. Nintendo's kind of pushed themselves kind of away from big events like E3 and Gamescom and all this stuff because, that's where all these super, not original, but the big title games like Battlefield and Call of Duty, you'll see those there. So Nintendo is like a very niche. It's a very niche market.
That's also their enemy too, because E3 is perfect
right.
to advertise itself.
Okay. Well, price point. Going back to price, some people are saying it could be as low as $250, and as high as $400 for a bundle version, which I'm assuming will probably come with a game and some accessories. Yeah. So, what do you guys think after seeing the trailer? What would you guys think would be a fair price to sell this thing at?
I think, and people have been saying it's going to be. I've read the article that says 350%. I think that's a little too much. I would go with like 300 around that. Yeah, I don't think it should be almost the same price as Xbox, but Xbox One was 400, right, or 300?
Xbox One when it first came out was 500 because it came with Kinect, but they had a $400 model.
Yeah, I think it should be less than the actual console.
Okay, so you think what? You're thinking like 300? You think 300?
350
Okay.
around there.
Daniel, what about
Yeah,
you? What do you
I
think?
think we could all agree that we wanted to
300?
be in that nice medium because it can't go too low. It's
Right.
just that this thing, it's the capabilities of this thing. It's like it can be everything you need it to be.
Mm-hmm.
It comes. It's a lot of stuff in one. I mean,
Mhm.
this thing is a portable device, and it's also a console you can just stick in your house and play on the big screen TV, just like
Mhm.
anything else.
Okay.
But I would agree. I think it's a fair price, even if it's somewhere like 350 around there. I
Yeah.
think it's fair for what we're getting, as
Mm-hmm.
long as they make sure to do it right, and the quality's there that we're seeing in the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
think
No,
it's a
I
fair
agree.
price.
I honestly think like. I think 250 is a little low. Like, granted, everyone was like,
Yeah.
"What are you? What? How can you say it's too low? The lower the better, right?"
We wish.
You gotta remember. You gotta remember. Nintendo's a business. They gotta make money. But mind you, whenever I don't know if you guys know this, and don't like I said, don't think I'm super smart, man. Whenever a system, even Sony, Microsoft, whatever, they sell a system at a loss, they make the money back through games because gaming development doesn't take as long to take as much money as making a system does. You know what I mean? And even the cost of building each system, they'll lose money by because they sell it less. Because theoretically, I would never pay this, but I think when the PS3 came out, they said the system to manufacture the very first units, because obviously when they start manufacturing more and more and more, they're able to cut things out and make the system cheaper labor, whatever you want to call it. They said the system was like a should be $780 retail, but they didn't. They sold it at $500 and $600. You know what I mean? They just made the money. Yeah,
$80.
yeah, I know, that's ridiculous. I could build a really good computer with that much money, but whatever. I know consoles. Here's the thing: consoles. We'll end this right now. Consoles are convenient. That's simple as that. I mean, yes, you could build a powerful desktop for not powerful, but a mid-range for 800. But I mean, it's not convenient because it just isn't compared to a console where you could just easily carry it around, right? So,
Yep.
I think 250 is a little low. I think 300 is a sweet spot. 300 I think is be perfect because they're already saying that this system will be a little underpowered because, mind you,
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I said it should be a little cheaper.
yeah, I think that the Nintendo's not doing what the other systems are doing. The other systems are they're obviously going to have their high-profile games that are super popular, graphical fidelity, all that stuff. But Nintendo has its charm. You know what I mean? Nintendo has that charm where you'll see, like, you won't see a game like Legend of Zelda on PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? There'll be copycats. And same thing with Mario. There's been a lot of stunt saying there's bad sides. That's the only, platformer there is. There's many good ones. So, but you got to remember, here's the thing, too, though. Nintendo has to be really aggressive with their marketing because right now, you could buy a PlayStation Slim bundle with Uncharted, 500 gig hard drive is $300. Same thing with Gears. The Slim model is $300 right now too. So you have to ask yourself, how much is this system actually going to be? Like, what's under the hood? How powerful is it? Like, what comes with it? You see what I'm saying? Like, yes,
Yeah.
granted, it's a new system, but the Slim is fairly new too. And don't forget, the PlayStation Pro comes out next month. I'm sorry, for $400 with a 1 terabyte hard drive. So that's just something to consider.
And one other thing too.
Yeah.
They make it in the trailer. This is a bad thing I would say about it.
Okay.
In the trailer, they make it look like, oh, you can bring it to basketball places and stuff like that, and play with your friends.
Yeah.
This tiny screen. And it's like this isn't realistic, okay? There's no way they're gonna have to be like dead on the screen looking.
Yeah.
Because that thing
Yeah.
is tiny. That's a single player thing. They're just pushing the limit through the trailer.
Right, and you saw that little dinky controller. It's like this little
Yeah,
it's like the
there's
contr-
no way.
There's
no
no
way, bro. No
But
way.
at the same time,
No, I do like the controller's great. Like I think like one thing I did like about the Wii U. There's not
Yeah.
more than one thing. The Wii U Pro controller, I think it probably is one of the best controllers made because it has an 80+ hour battery life. That alone will sell the thing because trust me, how many times have you played? Anyone that's played PlayStation 4, that battery lasts for 4 hours, and then the Xbox One still uses AA batteries. Come
not
on,
even
give me a break.
regular gaming session.
Exactly. Like you're playing like Battlefield, and then you can't snipe anymore because your controller died. But anyway,
Yeah.
the controller. I think the controller looks great. The little things coming out where you could play. I'm not too. It looks like a little. The fan controller for like the ceiling fans, like that's what it looks. It's really tiny. It's like this little tiny thing. So I don't know. And I have pretty meaty palms, as you can see here. So I don't know that I feel like I'm gonna crush the dang thing.
Honestly, I think it's more of like a single player thing. That part.
Yeah.
Or like you can, like in DS where you can like join together on like local
Mhm,
multiplayer,
mhm.
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, something like that. But like, so for the point of it, like showing like 2 players on one screen, it's a little.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you're desperate in the car, then yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, dude, trust me. Like back in the day, if I could play like on some little flip phone screen something, I'd play with somebody if I was super bored.
Yeah.
Just the fact that we
That's
can
why.
find
That's why it
it
does. That's why it's good to do it. But
Mhm.
still,
Yeah,
yeah, look like these guys are having the best fun ever.
I think one thing we can agree on, maybe not fully agree on, but I know one thing that I agree with Nintendo, like I kind of like about Nintendo, is they're still trying to have that whole experience where you could play with people in the same room. Sony, I don't think has any local multiplayer games that I can
they're
think
starting
of.
to drift away from that.
Yeah, it's really like back in the day, I'd be playing
Every game. was-
Halo, I'd put like 3 TVs. We'd be playing this 12-player match of Halo. It was great. Granted, yes, online is easier to do that, but it's not the same. Like you play online, all you hear is like people talking about your mom and cursing you out because you sniped them. So that's one thing I don't know if we agree on, but I do like about that. I do like that. That little, we could trash talk. We could, instead of trash talking over the internet, you could trash talk to your friend.
In real life.
Okay, guys. All right. So I think we've pretty much covered what we know so far, and what we don't know. Like, we don't know what games are coming for launch. We don't know exactly what's included. I mean, they show a bunch of stuff, but Nintendo is known to have tons of accessories and have like every controller since the first Nintendo to work on their system. So
Yeah.
another thing we don't know is about online service. How their online's going to be. Right now, PSN and Xbox Live have pretty robust online modes. Would you not agree?
Yeah,
I
they
agree.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Nintendo's online mode, I hate to say it, it's very bare bones. I mean,
It's the baby.
I never really seen Nintendo for an online thing.
Yeah.
I get that, but you gotta...
Even when I had the Wii, I never played online.
Yeah.
It was always like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
local
We just
phone.
played on console. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And
Play with the family together. At the
But-
computer.
the thing is, that's a selling point. Sadly, nowadays, people be like, it's hard for people to buy, and it's kind of sad. Don't get me wrong. People will be like, oh, this is a single player only game. I'm not gonna buy it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no online modes. There's no incentive to return because most single player games, you beat them and that's it. You sell it or trade it to a crappy place for $3 and they'll sell it for $58. Anyway, so that's something that's I hope they address. I hope they fix it because the friend code thing is really stupid. Anyways, okay. So now here's some negatives on my part, and you guys are probably gonna be like, "Oh, dude, here we go." So right now, Nintendo. I mean, you might not disagree with this, but Nintendo is really bad. They have this terrible policy for YouTube content creators that you have to sign some bogus thing that they take your revenue from that. And since you guys are YouTubers, you can relate to this. How do you feel like if you want to show off the Nintendo Switch system and then your video gets flagged by Nintendo because they want more money from you, which
Yeah.
is Go ahead.
That's the-
That's the thing. That's the thing with them. Okay, first of all, they're not the #1 selling console. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so it's like okay, you guys are carrying a reputation that's like it's unnecessary. There's no reason for us needing to do that. If Xbox and PS4 is not doing it, there's no reason you should not be doing that. And that's what it takes away. I mean, a lot. I mean, because if you think about it, if they did let people play more of this, they'd probably sell more. honestly,
Exactly, dude,
because
this
of
is-
the advertising.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They invited
So-
people. They did the opposite.
Exactly.
That would be.
Exactly, and that pushes me away. Honestly, like, come on, I
Yeah.
can't record. Like, why would I even want to support you guys? Like, you guys
Yeah.
honestly suck.
Yeah, the
So-
thing is,
so that's the thing
yeah.
with them.
This is not racial or this is not making fun of a place, but Japan is really, when it comes to that, they're really backwards in their thinking. When it comes to that kind of thing, I don't know why they have these old values that they hold on to. They don't like change with the times, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing per se, but I mean, this is free marketing. I mean, imagine someone like name dropping, I don't know, Markiplier playing Nintendo games. I mean, he has, but I'm pretty sure he had to sign some bogus contract. But imagine more people doing it. Not everyone's going to do that. You know,
that takes time, bro. Signing, like, come on.
yeah, but
It's on
remember, it cuts into your like because YouTube gets a percentage, and then you're giving a percentage to Nintendo as well,
yeah,
which
screw
is
that.
like pennies. It's nothing compared to like millions of people going to your channel and checking out. Oh, this game looks cool. They gotta.
Exactly.
I really hope they fix on that. They do something about that really, and so I don't know. That's just something I think. And I'm glad we
Yes.
both agree on it.
That's stupid.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing that I don't think this is a negative, but the Switch uses cartridges now, guys. No DVDs, no Blu-rays. It's going back to cartridges. Is that crazy or what?
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, and what are you gonna say?
That's stupid.
No, whoa, hold on. Okay. So
Uh-oh.
remember, Blu-rays and DVDs, that's a storage medium, right? But I think what they're gonna do is it's gonna be cartridges similar to the 3DS, and right now they sell 128 gig micro SD cards. So imagine that you could fit a lot on a cartridge still. Like if it's using that kind of same, because the PSP, the Vita uses a similar like a little, it's like a memory stick Pro kind of looking thing, which is technically a memory card, right? Well, you think? Well, I don't think it'll affect the graphics. I don't. What? You just don't. You're not
I don't
feeling
know,
it.
That's just weird. I would rather have a digital download for something
Okay.
like this. Because
Okay.
this is something more, you know, I don't know, the cartridge for this is just, I don't know, it's kind of out of place for me, honestly.
Okay.
It just doesn't go with it.
Okay.
But
Out of date.
yeah, more like digital downloading I would prefer for this. Now, like, and for an Xbox One, I have Gears of War 4 on DVD here because I'd rather have this on a thing. But for something like for a console like that, I would rather have digital download.
Okay.
Just so like, but I have a question.
Yeah.
Where does the cartridge go into? Does it go into the actual thing that you carry? Like, let's say I go on an airplane and bring it with me.
That's the
Cartridge
weird part.
and thing, or is it
Yes.
gonna be?
It goes
in
in-
my console, and I don't
believe-
understand that.
I believe it goes into the screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's
In
the
screen, the actual screen itself.
Here's the thing I've read. I don't know if this is true, but apparently, you know the thing where the guy, you know, in the video it shows the guy playing and he gets up and he puts the little thing on the dock and then he takes out the thing
Oh,
to
yeah,
play.
I wouldn't do that. That looks stupid.
No, I know. Here's the thing. That's not the system. Apparently, it's just the dock. Apparently, the system itself hasn't been shown.
At home.
Like that's
Oh,
not the
but-
system. Which I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true, but I saw some people.
That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work because
I would think I thought the system itself was the screen. And then you put the screen in the dock, and then you can play it on any big screen, and then you can remove the screen and remove the side.
yeah.
So you can play it however you want with this separate controller.
Well, that's to be determined. That I don't want to like make any speculations or whatever. That there's like because the Wii U had like a similar thing where it had a dock, but it was just a charging station for the controller, and it had a separate system. Whereas this thing is pretty big. It's not like it's not humongous, but it's a decent size. I thought that was a system. Some people are saying it's just a dock, but okay, whatever. So here's another thing with me that that I think Gabe knows how I feel towards Nintendo. This is their home console-ness, and this is going to be a negative. Nintendo and Super Nintendo, great systems, no problem with that. But Nintendo 64, this might be before your time, I understand that. GameCube, Wii U definitely, and the Wii, they just haven't been bringing it. Wii was really reliant on the motion controls, but that died out fast. Like after 2 years, people were like, okay, the system's very underpowered. And Nintendo's been known to make an underpowered system, but they always sell. But the Wii U was one of the ones that did poorly. I think it's only sold about 10 million units to date, give or take, and the PS4s came out afterwards, I think, and it's already at the 40 million mark. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Nintendo will have a repeat history here, or do you think they'll actually do something great, like get back in their prime? You don't know?
No, they're unpredictable. So
Mhm.
I really
Yeah,
have
sure.
no.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have no clue. I think it's up in the air, man.
Yeah.
5 months. 5 months.
Yeah, 5 months is really close, and they have a lot to. At least with me, they have a lot to prove.
They should have like released this trailer a long time. That's the thing. It's
Mhm.
5 months from release. Like
Mhm.
Yeah, you know how much.
you could be hyping up your system for a year already. You know.
Mhm.
And you just released it for 5 months, like before. I don't know. That's weird.
Mhm.
Be creative, release
Yeah.
little hints here and there of something like spread rumors and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
The
That's cool.
that's the thing that like that's the thing that this is, I guess, another negative, and it's mostly towards, I guess, fanboys of Nintendo. They'll defend anything to the ends of the earth. Like when Twilight Princess came out on Wii U remastered, okay? It's in 1080p now. Woohoo! And I had commented. I said, "Oh, that's great. So I can play a 9-year-old game, better graphics. I could do this on Dolphin Emulator. If anyone doesn't know what Dolphin Emulator is, look it up. It's available, whatever." And I got so much negative hate for that. It's like, whoa, whatever. Not everyone has a $3,000 PC, and I'm like, who said anything about me having a $3,000 PC? You could do this on like anything, but that's a different story, or whatever, a crappy story. But I think like people will defend the system, like especially like Pokemon Go. I was like, this is really not that good, and I got hate from friends, from everybody. Oh, you're just an idiot. You're just an idiot. You go eat a cheeseburger or something.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's for everything. Everyone's a fan of something.
Mind you, when it came out, I didn't even like it too much.
Now you can't stop playing
I
it.
don't have the app. I have no idea what's going on. I heard something about legendary Pokemon or something. I don't know what's
All right, but let's not talk about Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
It's a whole different topic.
And I know. But that's just, I think that, I think if anything, if you think Nintendo's bad, some of their fanboys can be worse. And so, Nintendo's just made a lot of boneheaded moves, and I really hope look, I like how the Switch looked. I was like, "Ooh, this is impressive." But then I started thinking about Nintendo's past things, like the whole YouTube thing, the debacle with the Wii U, like how they just let that thing just die. And I think about all these things, like, I don't want this to happen again. I mean, Nintendo's, if I think they could screw up for another 13 console cycles and then start worrying about losing money, because they made so much on the Wii that it's preposterous, and the 3DS and the original DS. So I don't think they're worried too much about that, but I really hope that hasn't got to their head, like, oh, we just release anything because our fanboys will buy it. So that's just me personally. But I think in closing, I think we could all agree that this system has potential to be great. But at the same time, Nintendo can really screw it up. It really comes down to Nintendo.
How they approach it, how they approach it and everything.
Right.
Well, I don't know, man. So far the approach is
a little too mysterious, a little too. All right,
a
so
little too mysterious.
And 5 months before.
Not in a good way.
Yeah,
Mysterious
that's
is
exactly.
How are you gonna be mysterious 5 months before release? Like, come on, that's
Yeah,
You gotta let it sit. You gotta build the suspense.
exactly. And I think even if the system is underpowered, like than the PS4, X, whatever, which is going to be, I think Nintendo really makes do with what is available to them. They're really, like, because Wii U had good graphics. I mean, like, those graphics will last for a lifetime, in a sense. Like, if you play the game 10 years from now, like, this game still looks good. But whereas, like, let's say Call of Duty, you play like an old Call of Duty nowadays, you're like, this game looks like sin. So I think that's one thing Nintendo's really good at. They're really good at, having like putting pretty good things in small packages, right? So in closing, do you guys have anything you want to add or anything else? I think we pretty much wrapped it up here.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Nintendo, you guys better step up your advertising and do something good with this console, because of the way it's looking, I would buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still too mysterious for me to make any conclusions.
I don't know. As far as I go, I would actually wait. I would not buy it right away. I would wait a little bit, see how it actually turns out, see the reviews, and then, because it's not like it's not 100%.
And it's not like something that's like worth dying over.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does good, and I see like people talking about it all over, then we'll see.
It just seems like something that has a lot of potential. It could be very convenient. That's what I'm thinking. It's like portable.
Definitely the convenient factors there.
You want,
I agree.
Stuff like that. So it's not like huge deal. I'm sure the games that they decide to put in the system also is going to play a huge factor. If they get and if they soup up those games.
Yeah, I mean they already did Skyrim, and I was just like, well, that's
yeah. So
and
if they stay true to that, that's a good plus.
Yeah, and we do know that the system, they announced that it wasn't backwards compatible with Wii U or 3DS. I don't know why it would be. I don't. But people are like mad about that. Whatever. I don't think that's a big issue. Like Nintendo, I'm talking to you right now. You guys changed your YouTube bogus policy that sharing stuff. You put a decent online feature on there, and you put good third-party support. I will buy your system. Simple as that. Don't burn me again, please. Stop it, Nintendo. Stop it. you're at the no loop stage.
We want to love you.
All right, guys. Well, anyway, I know this has gone a little long. I'm sorry about that, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to thank Daniel, aka Goofballer, and Gabriel, aka Balefire, for being here, guys. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right, guys. And hopefully we'll let us know. What do you guys think of the Switch? Let us know in the comments below. Comment. Let us know, and let us know what we missed. Even maybe we missed something because I looked everywhere. I didn't. There's not that much information, but who knows? Maybe something will get posted
And if
tonight.
our points were lame, tell us.
Oh yeah, of course, definitely. And we'll let you know.
About how little I talked this time.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Daniel. Yeah, I know this was I talked a lot. I'm sorry. I'm just.
No, it's not. I talk too little. That's what it is.
Nah, you're good, man.
I talk because
It's all good, man.
Don't worry, guys. Daniel's hosting
I'm a-
next episode, so look
Yep.
out for that.
yeah, I'm a baby gamer by the way. These guys are the ones that have been teaching me.
We're the gamers, but you know of Nintendo. You know of Nintendo. You know some of their stuff, and you know.
Of course.
So.
I played Nintendo 64 since I was a little
All right.
baby.
All right, guys. Well, I will catch you fellas next time.
Peace out,
Yeah,
guys.
take it easy, guys. See you next time.
Laters.